There we go. Facebook, guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Welcome to the dungeon, man. One of my set lights went kaput before he came on. So don't mind the exorcist kind of glow. This is all for inspiration, believe me. Happy Monday. It's this is really cool, National Acts of Kindness Day, which is nice. You know, that's just being a nice person. But how about being nice to yourself, man? Being nice to yourself, giving yourself, reward yourself. That's one of the things I tell Tori all the time. I said, you work your ass off. Make sure you reward yourself. I mean, because all that hard work, you know, you need some feedback, you know, to show for it in your life, and you'll feel much better. But out of the quote box today was the very first quote that literally popped in my head 25 years ago. And I said, who wrote that? And I thought to myself, I said, I did. So it's those kind of words that will change the whole direction of your life. It did for me and for the feature story here tonight on America's Mentor. But out of the quote box tonight, don't become what you think about, become what you dream about. That to me, one day popped in my head, playing with my kids when they were little bitty things, man. Popped in my head, and I never ever actually thought of the process of writing. I mean, here's an English failure in high school. You know, granted, I'm a published author. I'm grateful, but I had to. Something started the process. Indeed, this is my whole point. You have to. Something's got to click, and that's what I love about America's Mentor. Sharing information like this, because one word, one sentence, one quote can literally start you on a whole new direction, and it did for this lady here, and. It's funny because if you Google this stuff, they call it like, you know, spirituality, pseudoscience. But this is quantum metascience in action. And they're really slightly starting to get that now. But in essence, believe in what you want. If you believe in the information I'm sharing with you, that's great. Do some search on it, research. I mean, literally, it has changed my life in so many ways. And from people who knew me back 25 years ago, when don't become what you think about, become what you dream about, popped into my head. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I said, wow, that's powerful shit. And then from there, the rest is history. It all kind of evolves, and still evolving, mind you, to this day. But that's what did it. I mean, literally one start. And this lady was a homemaker. Back in the 50s, that was the thing. You know, wear a dress and shoes and take care of the kids in the house back then, back in Texas. And you guys can do a search on her for yourself, because something like this is so unbelievable, but yet so doable in life. And what she did was release all of the blocks and the restrictions of her mindset to become basically the contest queen. How do you win 5,000 or so contests, including new homes, trips, money? Back then, I mean, everything from outboard motors was key. This lady had it down pat. And basically now we're talking about a homemaker who turned international speaker from it to teach people her system, her so-called system, because we all have our own system. And how we coin it is up to us. How we follow it is completely up to us. So do Google on Helen Hadsell, Hadsell. This lady blew me away. 1924 to 2010, lived an abundant life for 86 years. And her change, like was for me, was she picked up a book by Neil Donald Walsh. Actually, not Neil Donald, that was later on. It was Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. And there was one line in there that literally changed her life. And listen to these words. And literally started her on this metaphysical journey. That literally she started asking, it was winning. Asking, winning. And she heard these words from Dr. Peale. You can have anything you want, provided you know what it is. Then you can see yourself having it. I mean, think, so many people hear these words, but don't realize the true power that lies within them. We're talking about a system that's already in place, that if you learn how to use it, and all she did was align the frequencies to what she wanted. And she called that SPEC, S-P-E-C. Remember those acronyms? And you can do a Google on that as well. It's basically the Silva method. The Silva method is more of a frequency alignment practice. And it's a great way for you to, if you have these desires in your life, you could do like what Helen did. And literally every contest she entered, she won. But there was something that she did in the very beginning before that. A lot of us can't do that, but it can be done with practice. And I do this every day. And I manifest the most amazing things in my life. Granted, I will never stop learning. I will never stop practicing. But listen to these acronyms as I go through them in detail. She coined the phrase SPEC. Literally brought it on an international speaking tour with her work. And she became literally internationally known for teaching the Silva method in a different way. And SPEC, S-P-E-C, starts with select it. And I'll break down the synonyms for you. Select it is your choice and favorite. That's the S part of it. P is project it. Stand out and start. In other words, you start seeing what you desire in imagination. That's why I said don't become what you think about, become what you dream about. The more you stay in your dream, the more and quicker you are going to you're going to create that. Because not because you're imagining it, because you're getting on the frequency of it. Now we're on to E, expect it. How many of you actually expect your dreams and desires to come true? A lot of you, I would say the majority of you don't. You have these dreams of becoming something, but do you actually believe it? The majority of you don't, because we've been conditioned not to believe. So we're surrounded with craziness. So how can you believe in something so desirable if the world is in chaos? The world's not in chaos. It's your mind that's in chaos. It's something that you guys really got to concept for yourself. Expect it, like I said, anticipate and await. If you can get so happy about something not here, you're literally told the universe, give it to me, and it's going to give it to you eventually. You were denied nothing, people. And if you get that through your head, through your left and right ear, that you are denied nothing, that you don't first deny yourself. It goes on to collect it. So we go from select it, project it, expect it, and now collect it. And this is the hardest part for people, patience. I have none of it, and I am proud of it, but I also practice that every day. Patience, collected, is calm, composed, and together. You've already made your requests to the universe every day, and your thoughts and your feelings. We do it, advertently or inadvertently. We do it for good and or bad. You start projecting good that you want to bring in life instead of all the shit around you. You're going to start projecting more good. And this is a known fact. And you guys can really consider it for yourself. Collect it means to claim it, to wait patiently for it as it's manifesting. Well, while it's manifesting, you're practicing what? The frequency of already having it. This is, it's funny. I wrote this down because science, like I always say in America's Mentor, science and religion are basically the same. Because if you look at Mark 11:24, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. This is a couple thousand years old. This is what I'm saying is about 80 years old. The same thing. It's every bit of it's the same thing. It's all about having it before you have it. To receive it before you can receive it. Believing it before it's even here. It's all a mental mindset. Every bit of creation is a mental before it becomes a physical. And this is the beauty of it, because we have the choice. We have the choice to create things, or we have the choice to destroy things. We have this amazing ability in life with the power that we have to create the most amazing life full of abundance, love, and peace. But the majority create chaos, disease, and unhappiness. Why? Because we're used to it. That's why. Not because we're bad people. We've been so surrounded by it that we become conditioned to do it. What I'm telling you is, if you can get into create a realm of thinking that is only about what you desire, you're going to have it. It literally, it's going to be guaranteed delivered to you because you're going to select it, you're going to project it, you're going to expect it, and then you're going to collect it. That's the spec program that Helen Hatzel sent. It was an amazing, basically all she did, like I mentioned in the beginning, was before she asked for something, she knew what she wanted, but before she literally put it out there, she physically put herself in there and was so good at it. She mastered the art of the Silva method of aligning herself with the frequencies. So if you really desire change, realize it all starts within, every bit of it. And we can get past the fact that we have to hustle and grind in life. Everything starts in thought, because that thought perpetuates into the outside world. It's our aura. It's who we are as people. You keep pushing your narrative of your desires every day and can block out all the shit that's around you, you're going to create the most amazing life. But you have to decide what you want in great detail. Like I write down every day in great detail the life that I have. And it's not even freaking here yet, man. This is not daydreaming. This is creation. You start getting to that point in your life where you're on this pathway of thought every day. You can't lose at this game. Don't deny yourself. You can't lose at this game of life. It's only when you choose to lose. Now, life can only give you more losing. It's your choice in the matter. It's your decision about life, on where you want to go, pushing that narrative forward every single day, and deciding on it, believing in it, start visualizing it, and most importantly, start feeling it. You're going to create the most amazing life. And she only read basically the 3 books that literally changed her life. Like I mentioned before, The Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, and one book that I want to get, it's on this list here because I love just saturating my mind with this stuff. I love sharing it with you guys. The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. I mean, all these things are basically the recipe of creation. It's the recipe of goal attainment. It's the recipe, I'm getting deja vu here. It's the recipe of creating your best self. If you can, whatever it is you want in life, whether it's good health, wealth, success, whatever it is, create literally, document that, visualize that, feel that, believe that, and you will create that. That's the beauty of life. We've been given all the mental power tools to create anything we want. And I'll say it 1,000 times here on America's Mentor, because of the fact it has helped me. And I see stories like Helen's out there, as they call so-called pseudoscience. It's not. It's meta-science. And it's quantum science in action, guys. So really think about it. And I'll leave you with the last quote that Helen loved, because Dr. Vincent Peale literally started his own. He was a Protestant minister. There you go. He wasn't in the clergy per se, but Protestant. They were open to different aspects of the religion. Like I mentioned in Mark 24, I think it was 11:24. It's all the same, guys. But he wrote these amazing words, and I'll leave them with you. The more you lose yourself in something bigger than yourself, the more energy you have. He should have said the more energy you create. Because when you start getting excited about something that you truly desire, it's going to happen because you're thinking about it. And change is inevitable. This is the beauty of it. The more you put yourself into what you want, the universe is going to start making way. You're going to start gaining things. You're going to start losing things. And this is the hard work for people to understand. They don't understand why they lost their job. Why? Because you didn't want it in the first place, meatball. They don't understand why somebody left them. You really didn't want them anyway. You thought you did, but really deep down. The universe just makes way for your desires. And if you really kind of take an inventory of your thoughts every day, you realize what's coming and what's going. And this is the beauty of it. It should get you really excited, because you'll understand if you're on the right path of where you want to go, or if you're on a path you're literally slowly destroying yourself. And when you get to that point in your life, that's the paradigm shift that I mentioned several days ago on America's Mentor. That's the transformation in action. So get excited. Realize how special you are. Realize that you deserve anything you want. Because we all have that right. We all have that ability and the power to create. Any creation we put our direct focus and emphasis on with feeling, it's going to manifest. So guys, think about it for yourself. On this Monday, I'm going to get something to eat, man. Guys, America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. Guys, thank you so much for the Jackson views on the Reels and the YouTube Shorts. I mean, I'm so grateful. So please follow me on YouTube, hashtag America's Mentor. Please follow me on X, guys, at America's Mentor, guys. Please follow me, Jerry Maldonado 2, on Facebook for unique information to help you to your destination. We're all special. We all deserve what we want. And if you guys can look at yourself like I'm looking at myself right now with that kind of confidence and belief and love of self, you're going to create the most amazing things. So guys, happy Monday to you guys. I'll see you guys soon, man.